Hopping in it. Look, so when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I forgot, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Giants. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Throwing on first down is Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 9-yard gain brings up second and goal.
And they'll run again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Simon up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Jones finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be a second down. Now Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so because then
he rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Murray going to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially the second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
It's the score, Lions 10, Giants 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now Murray off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain... point, because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Open man right side is Ingram. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Off play action, Jones. And that is incomplete.
That's what my dad used to tell me all the time. When you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Lions will take over. On 1st down, Casey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Hassan Reddick racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
To throw, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That's taken at around the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, right? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Jones throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10.
Giants 14. Lions 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Come on. Check it out.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. You know, in following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Check, 59.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Check, 59. Green.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Casey. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet. Did a little...
And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Jones now on 3rd and 2. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Saints back at the 31. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Going up top. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on 1st down. Casey, he'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Casey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Got him in. It's down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Off the play fake. Jones. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for him, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off-play action. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Back to throw again. Just keeping the... And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Jim.
On 2nd and inches, Murray steps away to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Casey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run the counter. Casey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hey, check Michael.
Now this time Murray to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jones on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback. who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, it's Casey. 50 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Oh, you got deep?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Boys. Here we go, G. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Casey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Isaiah Simmons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll keep it on the ground. Casey. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD in the game and 18th of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Cyber up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He finds his man complete. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jones. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Jones. And now here's another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Down to Inigo's Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other.